Hello, and welcome to this Grimes County weather update filmed on April 28th, 2026 at 8:30 p.m., 8:28 p.m. So we have a few things to cover today, but I'd like to start. Apologies for not having a video recently and only being able to do a text post yesterday. There's been some things going on with my computer setup that I've had to fix lately, but that's not what I'm about. And also, apologize if I cough throughout this video. I've been kind of sick lately. But without further ado, let's get started. So we actually kind of have a surprise thing going on. If I turn that off. There's been, because of a significant severe weather event to the north in North Texas today, specifically to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there's this cluster. There's this supercell you can see has very supercell-like features, like a possible tornado over here. This supercell has been tracking for a long distance. It's been going up here from the Oklahoma border, going south, and it's expected to continue going south. And that is actually bringing a tornado and hail threat to our northern areas. Now, Madison County, which is the county which is our neighbor to the north, is actually under a tornado watch, as well as a lot of other nearby counties. But Grimes County itself is not under anything right now. But that could change. Honestly, I don't believe that they will extend a tornado watch south. I don't even really think they'll do a severe thunderstorm watch. But I guess it is possible. Anything's possible, so it may happen. But if we look at the risk here, this part, as you can see, kind of the northern third of the county is under a marginal, which is a 1 out of 5 risk of severe weather. And this bottom third is under a TSTM, which is what I like to call a 0.5 out of 5 risk of severe weather. So nothing's really expected down here other than maybe some rain. But up here, it's severe weather may be possible. Now, let's go, and this is for the next few hours. So let's go over what we're looking at, what we may be looking at tonight from this supercell that is approaching us. This northern, now, first of all, let's look at the tornado threat. Even though this is a very tornado-producing cell, that single cell has produced 6 tornadoes today across Texas. It's not expected to be too much of a tornado threat here, or even really to the areas to the north. As you can see, this little triangle of Grimes County is under a 2% tornado risk, and this will be obviously the area with the biggest threat. This only includes Iola and part of Cross, so not much is included in that. I wouldn't be surprised if Bedice could also be under some sort of tornado threat, but anything south, you won't really have to worry about anything. If there's any sort of severe weather, we will go live on this channel. So I would recommend you up until like midnight. Then I'm going to go to sleep. So, yeah, stay tuned to the YouTube channel. As you can see, it's below me somewhere on the ASO weather live coverage on YouTube. So be aware for that. If we go to wind, our wind threat isn't really big of a deal. I would expect like a few gusty winds, if anything. Now, the hail threat is actually kind of interesting because we have a 5% hail risk, which extends for most of the risk area I said earlier, for pretty much every location in the county except for Plantersville, Todd Mission, Whitehall, Yarborough, Stoneham, Lynn Grove, and Courtney, and maybe a little bit of southern Navasota. But what's interesting about it is that it's not just a regular risk, it's a hatched risk, which means that the Storm Prediction Center has an ID on what size the hail will be if it happens. And they're saying that it's probably going to be around quarter sized. Like, in my opinion, it's probably going to be quarter sized at max if it even happens. The thing about this storm system is that it's not really a system. It's just a group of 2 cells that are going to be moving towards us. And I predict that they're probably just going to move to the east of us. They might clip the top half of the top corner of Grimes County here with maybe bead ice, but I don't really buy anything crazy happening. And the timing is very broad, as you can see, 11 to 7 a.m. That's very broad, and it's only a 10% chance of thunderstorms within any point. So today, I wouldn't really worry today. Of course, watch out for any tornado warnings or severe thunderstorm warnings with large hail. We're under kind of an excessive rainfall risk. Like, again, this is today. This is bead ice and Iola, very small part of the county, anyways. I wouldn't worry about this too much, if I'm being honest. I think I pulled the mic by an accident. Now, I'm gonna quit yapping about today because, honestly, I'm kind of talking about it too much for what it is. But let's talk about tomorrow. So tomorrow is gonna be one of the interesting days. Probably the most widespread severe weather day this week. Of course, it's not gonna be anything crazy, but it's definitely something. So as you can see, there's this large marginal 1 out of 5 risk of severe weather that includes all of our area. It includes all of southeast Texas, pretty much. Houston, Huntsville, College Station, Brenham, everything. Now, let's get into the hazards for this. Starting off with tornado, we have a 2% tornado risk, which isn't the biggest thing, but it's definitely interesting, and it's higher than we've seen the past few days, or maybe even few weeks. So, I'm not gonna. A few, like 1 or 2 brief weak tornadoes are probably possible here, but I really wouldn't worry about it too much. The timing is a little bit tricky. If this happens during the school day, I will be at school, so there will be no live stream, unfortunately. But if this happens after the school day, so after probably about 4 p.m., there will be a live stream. So just check YouTube if there's severe weather in your area. Then we go to wind. The wind threat isn't really too big either. It's 5%. And that's the same thing with the hail threat. So basically, it's a low-end severe weather risk, but the risk is on all 3 severe weather hazards. Actually, all 4, because if we look at excessive rainfall, there is also a at least 5% risk of flash flooding here. So there's definitely going to be most of us are probably going to see some rain. I don't exactly know what the storms are going to look like physically, but I predict it's going to be a line of thunderstorms. So imagine just a line. I'm sorry. And that means that if it's a line, then it's going to expand the whole area and everything's going to get rained on. Probably not much rain, but everything's going to see some rain. Everyone. And here's the prediction. That's not right. That's not correct. Here it is. All right. This is the prediction. This is combined today and tomorrow. The reason I've combined tonight and tomorrow is because, well, it's already the night hours tonight, so there's probably not going to be much, if anything. But the most severe rainfall is going to happen in the north, with 1.3 inches possible in Shiro, Bead Ice, Iola, Roans Prairie, Carlos. Sorry, I think I already said Bead Ice and Iola. In this middle section of the county, 1 inch is expected. This includes Anderson, Richards, Piedmont, Irwin, and then the southern area. Well, basically everything else: Navasota, Plantersville, Todd Mission, Whitehall, Yarborough, Stoneham, Wood, Lindgrove, Courtney. I already said Todd Mission. Blackberry, my house at Blackberry, and then other spots such as College Station is probably going to be between 1 and 1/2 of an inch, and it generally gets lower as you go south. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about, and it is Friday. So Friday, if there was any severe threat for Friday, it would be right here, and there's none. So this is 4 days away. This is May 1st. So severe weather could still be on the table, and they just don't show it here since it's 4 days away. Oh, sorry. Yeah, since it's 4 days away. I wouldn't be too shocked if they upgrade it, because, not every day is going to be extreme, But May is the leading month of severe weather in this area. But something we can look at is excessive rainfall. Look at day 4. Okay, there we go. So this is, again, it's at least 5% risk of flash flooding for the whole area. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's if the rain's going to be heavier than Wednesday, because there's at least 15% chance of flash flooding directly to the northeast of us. That includes Crockett, Lufkin, Jasper, Trinity, all the Piney Woods area, really, all the East Texas areas, Livingston. And there's still not much information on this threat here. But yeah, I would stay wary for that. I'm probably going to make a new post, whether that be a text post or a video. There will be something new. Sorry. So yeah, and that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. So, thanks for watching. This is 11 minutes. I need to trim this. I need to trim these videos down. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Stay tuned for a live stream on tonight, Wednesday, or Friday, and stay safe.